You want to sit down ever? You're just gonna keep making everyone wait. I've been waiting here forever. And you just wally on in when you feel like it. Now you're just coughing up. Dude, are you okay, bro? What, you go smoke pot, little stoner? You fucking little stone. You think you're fucking cool? You're like, oh, alcohol. You're a fucking loser, dude. You got a problem. You fucking had to leave to go quickly. You're disgusting.
Just gotta behave myself.
That's a throwback. Apparently, is that a fucking, is that a... Now you're just too high, dude.
I'm not
I have a conversation with you now.
I have a whole thing we can talk about right now.
Bro, no, before that, do you want some kind of funny quickly?
Sure.
So there's this streamer guy. Remember that streamer, that Australian guy, Dead Set A-Man? I told you about the one who was the big Snoochie Boochies guy?
Yes.
So I messaged him just now. I saw he was online, and I said to him, you know what's fucked up? I didn't even know Clerks 3 came out until I saw it for sale. And he responded, ... like an ellipses, right?
Yeah.
And then he said, guess where I found out Clerks 3? Guess where I was when I found out Clerks 3 was out? Right here, this message.
That's hilarious.
And then he's like, how do we bounce back from this? Is there any way to even save our fan status? I said, well, I guess we take this one to the grave and lie through our teeth. We'll know all along. So now this is a crowd because the ones on the cast, it's a hot cast, but they're loyal. They're good listeners. They're not gonna run their mouths. So this is not like an inside secret we got going on. It's like, yeah, I didn't know Clerks 3 was even being filmed. I knew it was on the horizon. I heard him talk about it, Kevin Smith, my guy, my Twitter buddy, since we've tweeted back and forth now. And I had no idea he released it. I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know when to pre-production, production, post-production, or was released. But apparently it was.
I don't even know how it's possible, considering we liked the movie so much, and we were pretty
either.
on top of when the reboot one.
Yeah, no, the reboot we were right there. I don't understand how this happened
whatever,
because yeah, like literally the week.
Yeah,
but it's like this one we just I didn't even know was happening. And again, I saw fucking Kevin Smith on YMH the other day. I guess I missed him mentioning it. So I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy.
That is crazy. It's fucked up. And like you said before too, the last we heard of it, which I guess I kept thinking it was going to come out in 10 years because I feel like for 10 years we've been waiting for it to come out. Yeah. It's been talked about for 10 years maybe. But the last we heard about was that
Randall wasn't going to be a part of it.
all.
And I guess it's all just drama.
That definitely came out though. And I guess, I don't know, but the movie always felt like it was indefinitely going to happen.
Yeah, we move on from this conversation. What were you going to get into? When I stopped talking about that, was the time to move on. Then we didn't need to go into anymore. That was the end of the conversation.
Oh, well, I was just trying to prove I wasn't high, so I was contributing to the conversation.
You proved instead that you were high and you're talking nonsense. Because then all you added was, yeah. And we didn't even know this was going to happen. And then the thing with the guy, it's like, okay.
That was really eloquent how I was speaking before. So.
Yeah. What were you going to say? What was your thing for the cast?
So we talked about something a couple of days ago on one of the episodes about your pre-game spiel that you make yourself vomit before.
I should do that to me. That's why honestly, yeah, that's true. Last time, I think the last episodes were pretty. This one I'm not feeling right away. The cat. I don't know. Then again, also last night I had like existential dread where I was like, I'm a fucking loser. Yeah. I got so in my feels last night. That's not true. I wasn't in my feels at all. I just randomly had a moment where I was just chilling to being like, the fuck am I doing with my life? And I was like, I'm a fucking loser. I was like, I gotta do this. God. And also, the room's so fucking hot. We went from filming in a crack den to filming in the Sahara Desert.
Yeah, I was very excited and comfortable to hop in here and start talking.
You know what? That's the issue. That's the issue. I'm actually fantastic. I don't need to change at all. I'm great. Okay? I don't have any problems, any outstanding issues. No. The only problem is that this room is just too hot. That's the issue.
Well, I tried to do my pregame ritual, which is... And
you tried jacking off before the cast? Bro, whoa. First off... Nice.
When I went to
Second of all, when did you even find the time to do this?
When I went to go take a...
How fast do you come?
I was upstairs for like 5-10 minutes. I wasn't going for a record here. I was just trying to make sure I could get ready for the podcast.
That's hilarious.
But the dumb thing about the the fucking phones is when you're watching stuff, it's got that little nifty button where it's like, oh, you want us to play this on a different screen that you're not currently in front of?
Yeah.
So I apparently accidentally hit that, and I didn't... All of a sudden, nothing was playing. Like, wait, what the fuck just happened? And I started panicking. Like, did it just connect to someone's team? Like, oh my god, did it connect to the basement?
That's why
That's scary. Like, oh my god, mom and dad are watching Team the Loon. Are they going to see what porn I'm watching right now?
That's so funny. What porn were you watching?
It's neither here nor there.
That's such a weird one. Okay, that's cool, man. Good for you. I honestly thought you were kind of the most... I honestly thought I would... That's actually kind of nice to hear. That's a weird thing because I think you're such a fucking loser that I was like, he probably only either watches... He's one of those guys who's like... He's one of those guys who's like, I can only watch lesbian porn because guys are... That would make it gay. So I thought you were going to be that jerk who's that much of a dumbass.
I've evolved.
But thankfully not. And then I was going to say, or you're like... No, that's... Okay. Yeah. That's shocking. That's a weird thing.
What? It's not that
It's
word.
it's piss.
No,
it's piss.
Yeah, that's right.
Is
That's
this
my
tongue?
fetish that we discovered the last episode.
That's really funny.
Nice callback.
What was I gonna say? No, you know what I thought? Speaking of jerking off, I had a thought about that the other day.
Well, that's why I asked if
I'm talking here.
No, but I didn't.
So I had a thought the other day about jerking off, and I was like, I was thinking like when I was like fucking 15, I would masturbate like 8 times a day. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's also like 3-year period where like 6 to 8 times I was jacking myself off daily, which is true.
Is that why you were so deathly thin for a couple of years?
Yeah. Yep.
Because
my body couldn't actually the calories I was consuming, it was just empty calories because I was excreting so much.
Because I feel like you were fit in high school, and right when you got done in high school, you got like really thin for a while. And then also you put back on the muscle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can get a little more colorful commentary there. Where I got like a little chunky for a little while there. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Yeah, I said it. Hey, I became a fat fucking slob for a little while. But no, I was thinking like, so I used to jack off like 6 to 8 times a day casually, and it was like, and then I'm thinking, yeah, I don't really feel. Not only do I not do that anymore, it's not even like where it's like, oh, there's just not enough time. It's like I have no desire to jerk off 6 times in one day, or 8 times in one day, or that one time where I literally, I think I did jerked off 14 times once, which is pretty cool.
That's terrifying.
But my point, I don't have that desire anymore to do that. And then I was like, you know, those movies where they have where like, you know, there's like the 50-year-old guy who's like he just wants to fuck every 20-year-old. Like, I'm fucking horny. I mean, I guess the shit works in it's like cyclical because like it's definitely at a down point right now. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe that's not what it is. I'm like, maybe I've just jacked off so much. I've like, you know, I've given away one too many you know, like interesting orgasms, right? And then I was thinking like that's what it is because you know, when I was like 13 to 17 or 13 to 16 more so, and I was just, you know, gurking my jerkin, right, choking the bishop and all that stuff, I was like, all right, this is pretty cool. But now it's like, I'll come when I come. My point is, though, the guys in like World War II, the older guys who I'm thinking like who would like these, you know, these virile fucking 50-year-olds, like I want to fuck those guys. I'm thinking because they were drafted and had pussy taken away from them at the time where they want pussy the most, that they're compensating later in life because they were like literally. I mean, you know, horny. I thought this too. Do you know how horny you must get? Which I guess this isn't a new thought. This is like, you know, kind of like I feel like the basis of 1,000 different things trying to show war. But like, you gotta get so horny in the war. Like, you know, those guys who like fall in love and they have that one. The last thing the guy like got a picture of his sweet girl at home. He's fighting for her to get back home to. It's like I always thought that was nice. And I always thought of it like a love angle. But now I'm thinking like, no, it was most certainly they don't love the person at all. It's a piece of meat to them at that point. They've been fighting for their lives. The testosterone pumping through their body. They want to go home and jackhammer gorilla fuck someone. You know. And honestly, that's probably the soldiers who died are probably the ones who went to the fucking strip club and they lit up that pent up fucking thing. And then the guys who got home are the ones who did not come for 4 years, and they weren't even allowing themselves nocturnal emissions. They're like, no, I'm saving this for when I get home. They come back, it's fucking cum blast city, and they're just like going to town for 30 years. Dude, I had a period where I was into cum blast city because it's never even a sexual. I mean, like I would jerk off to it, but I was never like into it sexually. I was like. This is so fucking stupid as I'm going up and down and up and down. But yeah, no, that stuff did suck. And also, my favorite part of that, too, my favorite thing of that stuff is when, one, not only is it an ungodly amount of cum, right? Mm-hmm. It's also couldn't be further from the actual consistency of cum. Also, it shoots from about 3 inches away from where the hole of their cock is.
I know, that's the best
which
part.
Is really funny. And every once in a while, you'll hear, like, the mechanism burst. Like, you'll hear like, the burping, like... You'll hear it fucking, like... You'll hear something because it's being pumped. It's like in a movie where someone gets cut and there's someone actually behind under the table squirting up blood. It's the same thing. It's fucking hilarious. Well,
to all that, I have to say, do you know how long it would take you to jerk off all the men in this room? Because I know how long it would take me, and I can prove it.
Dude, Silicon Valley was funny.
Yeah, that last episode, that was kind of dog shit.
Yeah.
That whole, hey, it's a documentary 20 years later.
That last season was kind of dog shit.
Yeah. What's the guy's name?
TJ Miller.
Yeah, really
when TJ Miller left, it really did lose a lot of stuff, which is weird because I feel like he wasn't. Which is so interesting too because he really wasn't that huge part of it.
Especially
he was like,
towards the point when he left, he was kind of like a.
But it worked.
Really
him just being
yeah,
but it worked. But just never. I don't know, man.
He was
show ran, of course. I guess we should talk about Silicon Valley more about like coming and jerking off. That'd probably be pretty popular. I listened to a clip of the Adam Friedland show. So not Come Town, post Come Town, the Adam Friedland show. Posthumously Come Town, and it was fun, I guess. It felt a little weird not having Sob laugh.
Yeah, I feel like that there's too much of a third.
You know what the problem was? Can you guess the problem?
Adam's not funny.
That's an extension of the problem. The
Nick
problem I was gonna. That's also no. I was gonna say the problem is that now with no Stav there to talk, Adam. No. Okay, you know what?
Sorry.
Put my fist up. You're done talking now. Let me actually get to the point. All right. So what I was gonna say is the kind of the problem. You actually just exhibited the problem that you're Adam and you were talking too much. Okay. So if you can just shut the fuck up and let me speak, we'd be fine. And that's my point. When Stav was in the balance, and it's Stav, Adam, and Nick, it was kind of up the of the. Can you stop laughing so I can, Robbie? At least you know you're worse than Adam because now you're just stop. All right. When I need you, you can do your little 5 bits of whatsy wazzy. Okay. Just stop until then. God. So my point I'm trying to get is that when it's the 3 of them, Nick does the talking, and then Stav does just enough talking so Adam's like, I guess I can't talk. But when there's no Stav there, Adam thinks it's a 50-50. And I get that, yeah, he's the name of the show. It's the Adam Friedland Show. But he thinks he's like, I should talk the same amount Nick talks. And then when he talks the same amount Nick talks, it means Nick's not talking enough and Adam's talking too much. You know what I mean? So, that's my take on the Adam Friedland Show. And since I probably need to spell it out for you, now you can respond.
What's a was a easy.
Yeah, that's not what I fucking did.
Yeah, I couldn't remember at this point.
God, you're fucking pathetic.
Give me a little bit of credit for ending the joke. There should be some credit there. And also, we had 15 minutes of pure glory because I had to tell you I jerked off before. So I think I deserve a little more credit than being the Adam of this show. I think that's only fair.
Yeah, fuck calm down, dude.
I don't know what to say now.
Thanks, man.
I mean, I don't know.
What was that? How was that?
I don't know. That's how I laugh. That's my new thing.
You're so fucking... See, this is why you couldn't get smoked, dude. You spoke too much and you're just fucking done. You're incapable of talking.
I'm not incapable of talking.
You're just too stoned, bro.
No, I'm not too stoned.
You're just too fucking stoned, dude. You're too fucking high for the cast, dude.
I'm never too high.
You're too high for the cast.
In fact, I should be higher for the cast.
Yeah,
I wanted to start the show off with a little bit of a music.
Yeah, why would you want to do that?
Because I think it's classy. It could be like those spoken word pieces they do in the coffee houses where everyone does these deals at the end of everything.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Have you not seen the Goofy movie?
No.
Have you not seen the sequel to the Goofy movie? When Max
goes
to college?
I haven't seen that one either, come to think of it.
With the greatest skateboard trick of all time. Have you not seen this movie?
No.
This is... You think Tony Hawk's cool?
No.
Tony Hawk ain't got shit
I don't think Tony Hawk's cool.
Max Goofy Jr.
I don't think you're hearing me.
I do hear you. I'm ignoring you.
I don't think he is cool.
This is the part where I talk for 30 seconds, okay? I know I've reached my allotted 30 seconds and then some, but this is the part where I speak now. It's called the Brothers Yurasits
Right now you're just doing a lot of running in circles.
It's not
really
called
speaking.
the Alex Yurasits show. It's called the Brothers Yurasits show.
I watched Vanity Fair put out a thing yesterday where they had Brendan Fraser.
Whoa, wait a second. I was talking. What the hell? How'd you do that?
Whoa! Hero show. You're crazy, man.
I know I stole your bit, but
oh, wow. It's the first time you've ever done that, so I was going to let it slide because it's the first time you've ever stolen
No, it's the first time you actually laughed after I stole it. You never laugh at my jokes because you fucking hate me. You said
what did you say?
You just said before.
I never laugh at your jokes? You mean I never laugh at the jokes that I do that you've then done?
I have my own jokes.
What jokes do you have?
I have plenty of jokes.
We'll talk about it off
They call
air.
me... Yeah, that's a good point.
We'll talk about it off air. We don't need to fight on the cast.
You're right, I'm sorry.
Why we talk?
I don't remember what the story I was saying,
Oh, my God. So I was watching Brendan Fraser and Adam Sandler on Vanity Fair, and it was literally everything I wanted it to be. You're thinking, what expectations could you possibly have had for that? I'll tell you. The expectations I had for it was like, dude, I hope they just talk about Airheads the entire time. And they spent like 10 minutes on Airheads.
Are you serious?
10 minutes on Airheads. Then fucking Brendan Fraser spent 5 minutes talking about his new movie, The Whale. And then they wanted Brendan Fraser to talk about Adam Sandler's movie where he's like, there's 300 players in the NBA. Another 100 or so fringe guys who want to get in. All right? That's who the GMs worry about. That's who the coaches and the players worry about. I worry about everyone else. That movie where he's going around like scouting talent around the world. It's called Hustle on Netflix. It looks pretty good, actually. It has real NBA players in. Like I know Anthony Edwards is in it, and like Juan Gomez, whatever's in it. It's pretty cool. The point is, he's talking, and they have this list of questions for Brendan Fraser. He's like, they want me to read these questions, but like I know all the answers to them. So he just starts reading them and then responding for Adam Sandler. So they were like, one of the questions, for example, was like, they wanted me to ask, hey, Adam, how did you help these young basketball players learn how to act in their parts? He's like, easy. You told them, learn your lines, don't give it too much thought. And then Adam Sandler's just laughing like, yeah, that's what I said, basically. So basically, they talked about Airheads the entire time, a little bit about the movie The Whale, and then when they wanted Brendan Fraser to ask about the movie Hustle, he's like, I don't care about that. I want to ask about Punch Drunk Love.
Is that
and they start talking about punch drunk. I know it was like my greatest. It was like you remember I said earlier I couldn't think about jacking off 14 times in one day.
Yeah.
When I was watching Brendan Fraser and Adam Sandler, I was like, I could jerk off 16 times in one day. Because they're talking about Punch Drunk Love, this new movie, The Well, which I really want to see, the Darren Aronofsky film, and Airheads. And I was like, Vanity Fair must have been so fucking pissed off because there's no way Vanity Fair wanted these guys to come and talk about Airheads because no one's seen Airheads but us.
That's such a good movie, though.
And they were saying how that was like literally the most fun they've ever had on a set because they were also young and they were just having fun and it was such a good time. They were all just making jokes and laughing and they were filming on film back then. And Brendan Fraser was like, you can't take it for granted now, but back then, improving on film was a big deal because like the limited amount of time you could shoot on film.
Oh,
you could just erase it.
Gotcha,
and you're using the film. So he's like, and we used to have it where at the end we film a scene and they'd be like, how much is left on the reel? And be like, 90 seconds. And they're like, okay, Adam, go. 90 seconds. Figure it out. And he'd just do as much as he possibly could in 90 seconds to try to get shots.
That's crazy.
It's really funny to listen to. And just Brendan Fraser, listening to him talk, I'm in love with this man, dude. He's such a beautiful, beautiful person. And he's talking about fucking, even the way he's described, he describes the one from, I think she's from Stranger Things, Sadie Sink, that redhead. Mm-hmm. And he describes her and he says how she has this beautiful volcanic expression of anger. I'm like, dude, why aren't you the screenwriter, bro?
Yeah,
you're fucking
write novels at least.
It's fucking insane with that soft Canadian voice. It's fantastic to listen to. And then Adam Sandler is just a goofy motherfucker. Like, it was dynamite listening to these two guys talk. It was 22 minutes. I would have listened to like 12 hours worth of them talking.
Yeah.
And then I thought, you know what the most important thing in my life is currently now, officially, this cast getting off, so then I can get a second cast where it's just me and Brendan Fraser once a month for like 3 hours talking about each one of his movies. I love talking about School Ties and fucking Blast from the Past.
Yeah, his career is so eclectic, too. There's so many cool things to talk about.
That's what fucking Adam Sandler was saying. Adam Sandler was saying how Brendan Fraser, he always would see me in these roles where he'd be like, damn, that can't believe he's doing it. This fucking crazy guy. He works so well. And I remember seeing The Mummy. He's like, I see The Mummy. Like, this is an amazing action adventure. It's like,
that really is crazy.
Brendan's the guy in this.
Yeah.
It was everything you're in. I was always like, damn, he's just taking the right thing. I think that's why I talked about Punch Drunk Love a little bit, because then he was saying how Brendan Fraser was saying how he was so impressed with him in the movie. He was so happy to see him do that because, he's such a talented person and blah, blah, blah. It was so good. So friendly.
So what would you rather see them? Would you rather see them both be in another comedic movie like Airheads again, since they both have so many dramatic turns now? See them in a more dramatic film.
I'd like to see that, so since we're such fucking, first off, do you know how many fucking subscribers we have on the podcast on YouTube? Have you checked in a while?
Yeah.
It's 18. Which is so fucking funny.
But also means that no one's subscribing, but we're getting plenty of listeners.
Dude, it's just so hilarious. It's like I'm expected to tell people, I have a podcast. It's like, I'm not going to tell anyone I have a cat until there's like 7,000 followers. I'm not telling anyone shit.
I know. I feel like a douchebag.
It's so fucking funny. But no, my point is, since of those 18, I'm assuming, based on the love I feel for, I guess this is how psychopaths are me, like the whole Jodie Foster thing. Mm-hmm. Based on the love I have for Brendan Fraser, I'm assuming it's a two-way street. There's no way I can have such a one-sided love affair. Obviously. So I'm assuming of the 18, he's one of the 17.
He probably has to be.
I'm assuming that he's one of them, and I'm thinking that he's listening. So my number one goal in life is now to form that podcast, and that's why the other 17 listeners who aren't Brendan Fraser need. Because I'm not going to ask Brendan to do it, but the other 17 people, they're going to need to go to the Patreon and follow us and give us money.
What we should do, since we're still trying to recreate this room, what's your favorite Brendan Fraser movie, do you think?
That's a tough question. That's like asking. That's a real Sophie's Choice moment.
Because we should try to get that as a poster.
You know what's funny too, actually, with that though? Because I think you just said Fraser because you're a scumbag.
And I said Fraser.
It was funny because Adam Sandler said, I'm calling him fucking Fraser. It sounds better. I'm not saying fucking Fraser or whatever he said.
I didn't say
Brendan Fraser was laughing. Robbie, you didn't. Okay? That was trying to get into this, but you're such a fucking loser.
I'm not a loser. I felt bad.
Dude. I was trying to get into the anecdote. Now you broke the fourth wall again. Just shut the fuck up. Don't talk until I tell you to talk.
Well, put your fucking fist up next time.
All right, we'll do the whole Lakers thing, man. Now we get to use that hashtag again for the fucking. We use Pat Riley. That's a trending hashtag on fucking.
Yeah, how'd it work out for us last time?
I don't know, man. I'm a little annoyed that we're watching that Shaq series, which again, sick. Shaquille O'Neal, man.
Yeah, I'm really loving it. I wish that there was more than just 4 coming out.
Yeah, no, so do I. My point is, I don't like how they showed that little second of Pat Riley in the flashbacks or in the archive footage, which then proved, like, why does Adrian Brody have that haircut on the show still?
You know what I really don't like about the Shaquille O'Neal one?
What?
That fucking idiot that was with...
oh, my God. Rick Fox feels like he'd talk to you.
Fox.
I'm watching, and I'm like, if Kobe, unfortunately, didn't die, he'd be here. But because he did die... You couldn't have gone like the next best thing you could get was Rick Fox.
I mean, he's like, we saw him and he's just tall.
Dude, and Rick Fox, just watching this man talk, the amount of anger I have in my heart, it's like, you remember the, when in, I think it's Always Sunny when Charles like, you fucked my mom, you fucked my fucking mom, Santa, and starts screaming. That's how I feel looking at Rick Fox, where I'm like, you fucked Elijah Dushku, the love of my life. I guess behind Brendan Fraser. I don't know, man.
What we just hear 2 seconds ago?
Now I'm contradicting myself, man. It's a hot cast. We're 20 minutes in. I'm getting a little loosey-goosey with it, man. I really don't know. But yeah, that's the goal. The goal is to get courtside tickets to the Knicks game, season tickets courtside.
I would love that.
And to start a podcast with Brendan Fraser where I can just pick his brain on each one of his movies. And I guess to answer my favorite Brendan Fraser movie, I think Encino. It's not Encino, man. I think my favorite Brendan Fraser movie would be I generally might be Blast from the Past.
I was gonna say Blast from the Past, but
I love that movie so much. It's not his best movie. I don't know, dude. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. They're all great. They're all fantastic. It's like picking your favorite kid or which kid you want to die in the Holocaust.
We watched one of those videos. Choice. I think it was that Joe Blow series, and they do the Joe Blow up What the Fuck Happened to episode about him, and they showed a movie where I think he's a struggling writer or something. I can't remember how he was dressed, but he was basically dressed like he had, essentially he was homeless. He was walking around with like ragged gloves, and he had the coffee mug and everything. Do you have any recollection of what I'm talking about? Because it looked like it was a great fucking movie. I just don't know what the fuck it was called. I think it's the one that, and also the one with him and Joe Pesci looked really good, the Harvard one.
I was gonna say, I remember the Joe Pesci one where Joe Pesci looks like he's homeless. I don't know when you're talking about with Brendan Fraser looking homeless.
Yeah, maybe he didn't look homeless, but I'm pretty sure he's a struggling writer or something.
I think Patrick Dempsey's in that Joe Dempsey. I think Patrick Dempsey's in that Joe Pesci movie. It's a little crazy. 22 minutes in. That's actually the end of the cast, actually. So.